if you dropped something off the tram, or if you're having trouble with your audio or visual devices, go ahead and pull the cord that you see running along the center of the roof of your tram, and I will be back to assist you. That's right, Frank. We ask that everybody stays seated while on the tour, and please keep your arms and legs inside the tram. Oh, Frank, buddy, no. There's no smoking on the tour. Sorry. And finally, guys, be prepared for loud noises, fire effects, sudden tram movements, and yes, ladies and gentlemen, there are water effects on this tour. So I want you guys to do me a quick favor. Just take a look down at your seat. The seat you're sitting in happens to be blue. There's a good chance that you will get wet today, which FYI is all of you. Me and Ken are the only two people safe on this tram, so have fun, stay dry if you can, but just keep a good hold on your cameras. It was home to NBC's The Voice this season, and it's also been home to some of the largest sets ever built, including Frankenstein's lab. And Dracula's castle. Sorry about that, guys. I got all tongue-tied for a second. On the left-hand side of the tram, we're actually right now passing by the busiest sound stages in our lot, which is soundstage 25, 24, 23, and 22. Those are all home to CSI, crime scene investigation, when they are not filming on location out in Las Vegas. Now, so far, these are all what we consider to be a closed set, which basically means that the sets are intended for cast, crew, and invited guests only. However, you can become one of our invited guests by checking out our VIP experience, where you get to walk on and explore actual sound stages and sets used for filming. Like, for example, soundstage 28, which is the soundstage on the right-hand side of the tram. Now, this is actually the oldest soundstage on our lot. It was built back in 1925 in order to house the Phantom of the Opera's Paris Opera House. And many people believe that it is still haunted by the ghost of Lon Chaney. That's right, we are very superstitious here at Universal Studios. Now, across the way we have soundstage 27 on the left-hand side of the tram, which is where we recently filmed the new Muppets movie starring Amy Adams and Jason Segel. It was also used for filming of Snow White and the Huntsman starring Charlize Theron and Kristen Stewart. But Universal Studios is not only a television studio, only a movie studio. We're a television studio as well, and we have a TV history that goes back over 70 years. Universal Studios is a part of the NBC. Oh, I'll call you later about it. When you so you did.
Scott Hattie's bungalow on the lot. I used to go see operatives. Return to Skull Island.
My personal favorite is the Mule from Serenity, which is our very own hovercraft. And of course, no picture in our collection would be complete without the DeLorean. Now, this is one of 5 working DeLoreans that was used for the making of Back to the Future. always really had to rely on taking just the right picture car for their big movies, especially when it comes to our summer blockbusters like Fast and the Furious. But our audiences every year expect more from those films, so we've had to start getting more and more creative and using techniques like computer-generated imagery as well as motion control technology to bring otherwise impossible scenarios to life. Now we're bringing you guys inside Special Effects Stage 55, which has been decked out Tokyo style in honor of Fast.
Clear on the set. Let's see the bullet hits. And go. Smoke. Go. Fire. Go. Okay, we're clear for a full run through. All systems checked. This one's for real, guys, so watch out. And action.
Nicely done, ladies. Go ahead and take a bow. Now, if you'd like to see our cars dance, clap your hands. Alright guys, let's give a big round of applause for Karma and Carnage. Two lovely ladies with just a little bit of junk in their trunk. Now we're leaving the urban setting of Tokyo behind us, and we're going to take you guys to a much lusher area of our backlot. It's a beautiful jungle island just off the coast of Costa Rica. You got deer, red-tailed hawks, coyotes, dinosaurs. Now I'm sure you guys all remember how the weather plays a huge role in setting the feel for those movies. It's always in the really stormy scenes where everything would go completely awry. And that is a very common technique in filmmaking, using weather. But unfortunately here in Southern California, where we make most of our movies, we don't have a whole lot of variation in weather. In fact, it can get really frustrating waiting to get a rainstorm. So we had to bring in some outside help to help us predict the weather. Ladies and gentlemen, here's America's favorite weatherman from the Today Show. It's Al Roker.
Hi everybody, here's today's forecast for the Universal Backlot. It's going to be sunny and dry in 6 Points, Texas. Cool and cloudy in Little Europe. Expect snow and sleet on New York Street. And we've got a high chance of fog and precipitation for Skull Island, Amity Island, and Isla Nublar. That's your forecast for today. Now here's a look at what's going on in your neck of the lot.
Alright guys, we are in Old Mexico, and it says that we have a flash flood warning. But don't worry guys, this is just movie rain. This is how we make weather for film and television. Now we have sprinklers that are located just above the roof of the tram and lets the water fall naturally back down to earth. Add in some thunder, which is one of our canned sound effects, and a little bit of lightning by placing flash bulbs out in the trees, and you'll have your very own rainbow right at the tip of your fingers. Now this is a pretty dramatic effect, but sometimes we need to go even bigger. What do you guys want to say? Want to see a real effect? So we managed to create that flash flood by taking thousands of gallons of recycled water. It's all released from this giant tank way up at the top of the hill there. Then gravity does its thing. It brings all the water crashing down towards the tram. Then it all gets sucked right back up to the drinking fountains in the theme park house. But we're leaving Old Mexico behind. We're going to cross the border and take you guys to the wild west of 6 Points, Texas. Now, 6 Points, Texas gets its name because there are 6 different streets that interconnect out here. And during the silent film era, we could film one movie on each one of these 6 streets. Now, we very recently had a production crew out here. In fact, they filmed in front of the set that you guys see coming up on the left-hand side. I'm going to show you guys just a little clip from that production. Take a look at this.
For the both of us, Jimmy Fallon.
Well, I ain't going anywhere, Jimmy Fallon.
Now look here. Nice folks in this tram don't want no trouble. They just want to check out 6 Points, one of the oldest sets on the Universal lot.
I hear this is where John Wayne and Jimmy Stewart shot a few of their westerns.
That's right. That's where I aim to shoot here.
Looks like we got ourselves a Mexican standoff. Lucky shot.
Now what say you mount up and get out of town while the getting's good?
All right. Well, I'll see you again, Fallon.
Or you can count on it, Fallon. Again.
This is the beginning of a beautiful friendship.
We just have to talk it out, that's all.
Now, as we're leaving 6 Points, Texas, I want you guys to look around at the sets that we have here. We've actually got 2 different types. One is what we call a practical set, meaning that it has a fully functioning interior, so that we can film both our interior and exterior scenes in the same location. The other is what we call a facade, and you can see an excellent example of a facade on the left-hand side of the tram. We're rounding it. You'll be able to see the other side in just a moment for those of you in cars 3 and 4. Now, sometimes we literally just build the front and sides of the buildings because that's all the camera can see, and your imagination will automatically fill in the rest. Now, if our characters live inside of one of our facades, the second they go through the front door, we cut to interior scenes that have been filmed previously in one of the sound stages on our... As loud as you can, part the waters. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Part the waters! Take a look. Oh, nicely done, guys. Now, as the waters are flowing, I do want to warn you guys, it looks like we're going to have to take the tram below sea level in order to show you these sets. That means there is a slight chance the floor of the tram could get a teeny bit wet. So if you have anything valuable down there, like expensive shoes or a nice purse or your child, please pick them up and direct your attention to the left-hand side. You from Skull Island directly to Little Europe.
Je m'appelle Jimmy Fallon. Je veux avoir été baguette.
Non, sorry, no. Hello, ich bin Jimmy Fallon.
Countless films and television shows over the years, including the first 3 of Disney's Pirates of the Caribbean movies. They were also recently starring on episodes of True Blood there. Also take a look around at the equipment that's set up and notice all of the product placement that I was speaking about earlier. This way, even if you fast forward through all the commercials, you still get the ads from the company who sponsor our shows, which is important to everybody. Now, I want to see if we can give you guys just a little demonstration of how this set works. vacation destination. Now I know you've heard rumors about a man-eating shark, but have no fear, he's hanging up right over there. They caught him. In fact, that's my buddy George in the water. He's our police diver. He's in there with that other shark. Oh my goodness. George, you should get out of the water. George? You know, I'm sure he'll be fine, guys. Oh, that's blood. Okay. This is not a good thing. We have a bloodthirsty shark on our hands, but don't worry. I promise to keep you guys all totally safe by hiding you all behind this dock, which is filled with tanks of gasoline and shark repellent. Oh, that's really nice. Hi. Did anybody see which way the shark went? Anybody at all? Ladies and gentlemen, that's is our version of the mechanical shark from Jaws.
Proud that it's become this kind of evergreen, and that every Christmas it rolls around and it means something to a lot of kids.
Now, you guys all know that the citizens of Whoville had to live under the shadow of the Grinch. But out here on the Universal backlot, their bad luck didn't end there. Oh no. They have another nasty neighbor because they live right next door to the Bates Motel and the Psycho House from Alfred Hitchcock's Psycho. Now, as we leave the Bates Motel and the Psycho House behind us, we're going to take you guys, sorry, I have a little bit of a hiccup, taking you guys through an equally eerie area of the back lot, which is the crash site from Steven Spielberg's War of the World. Please remain in your seats. We are going to bring the tram to a complete stop in just a moment, so you'll have plenty of time to stand up and take your perfect picture. Alright, now that the tram has come to a stop, if you would like to stand up and take a picture, feel free to do so. Transform it into any place in the world, from the Pacific Ocean to the Mojave Desert. All we have to do is either put water, soil, or sand in the giant pool in front of the backdrop, change the imagery on it, use different weather effects, lighting effects, different plant life, and you'll believe that you're in a completely different location. The Falls Lake has been featured in countless films over the years. Quite recently, it was seen in Disney's Pirates of the Caribbean 4, starring Johnny Depp and Penelope Cruz. It can also be seen in Battleship, which is the new Hasbro film. But all of the movies that film over here at Falls Lake have two things in common. One is their filming location, Falls Lake. The other is that they all have to rely on computer. Actually, they just reopened it. We had our first project filming out here, which is a new Whoopi Goldberg film. Oddly enough, though, nobody's seen Whoopi for a little while. Wait a minute, why are all the lights off in here?